Hare Krishna. Today we will start with the Srimad Bhagavatam. Continue. Last time we had read Canto 10, Chapter 13, and Shlok number, um, this one was Shlok number 17, we had left off. So we will read with text 18. And over here, in text 17, right, we had read, pull it up. We had read that Lord Krishna, when he was unable to find the calves and his friends, right, in text 17, we had read that when Krishna was unable to find the calves and their caretakers, the cowherd boys anywhere in the forest, he suddenly could understand that this was the work of Lord Brahma. Krishna, who knows the past, present, and future, he immediately understood that Lord Brahma has done this. He has become Brahmit. To say Brahma, Brahmit ho gaye. He got confused that how is this little boy Krishna? Similarly, all of us are confused that who is God? One day we are praying to one God, demigod, another day to another demigod, third day to another demigod. Then somebody will tell us if you go to this Babaji, he's an incarnation of this, and all your wishes will get fulfilled. Right? Every day we are getting confused with who is God. And then our spiritual master finds us. Right? Om Agyante Imrandasya Gyananjana Shilakya. Through the knowledge, he destroys the ignorance and he lights, he illuminates, right? Knowledge within us to drive away all of the darkness, all of the ignorance. Yesterday was Diwali when Lord Ram came back to Ayodhya after killing Ravan. And everybody had lit diyas along the way because Lord Ram was coming back to the kingdom after 14 years. And in that same way, our spiritual master enlightens, he illuminates the knowledge within us, right? So that we can welcome Lord Ram back into our hearts. Because today we have lost all compassion in this Kali Yuga. We have lost all love, all compassion, everything. And so our spiritual master, he opens our darkened eyes, which was covered by ignorance, by darkness, by lighting, illuminating us through knowledge about who is God, who is Krishna, so that we also don't make the same mistake as everyone else and start believing in every single demigod. Sometimes you wonder, why are we praying to so many demigods? Even the demigods will be getting confused. Right, today they're praying to me, next year they're not praying to me, third year they're praying to someone else. What is this? We should respect everyone. We bow down to everyone. Right? But we should know that one Krishna is God, and that one Krishna is enough for us. Our spiritual master is enough for us. It is all Guru and Krishna. Now this month, Bapuji's appearance month is being celebrated. And every day there's a new quote that all of the disciples of Bapuji, followers, are posting about their experience with Bapuji. And one of the quote was so beautiful. In that the person writes, the devotee writes, that to me, Krishna is Bapuji and Bapuji is Krishna. Right? There's no difference, because to a devotee, to a disciple, there's no difference between Guru and Krishna. But remember, a sadhu, a saint, a spiritual master will never say that they are Krishna. If they say that, oh, worship me, right, or pray to me, or some disciples say, right, they actually say that our spiritual master is God, right, you should worship him only, no one else, no. Right? That is not the case. And yesterday, on the Diwali day that we all celebrated, that was the day that Mother Yashoda and Lord Krishna had performed the Damodar Leela. In the Damodar Leela, right, Mother Yashoda had kept milk to boil. And when she kept the milk to boil at the same time, Krishna became very hungry. And Krishna was still a baby. So Mother Yashoda used to breastfeed him, how we breastfeed the newborn babies. So at that time, when Mother Yashoda, when Mother Yashoda was feeding Krishna, she was breastfeeding Krishna, the milk that was on the gas began to boil. It was actually on the wooden sticks, but one can understand. The milk began to boil. And when the milk begins to boil and it reaches the top, the noise starts coming. Then everyone runs towards the gas that, before it falls down, we should shut the gas so that the milk does not spill over. So similarly, Krishna was drinking the milk. But at that time, she heard the milk boiling over. So she immediately stopped breastfeeding Krishna and put him down and ran to take the milk off of the stove. And Krishna at that time, in doing so, he was like, "What is this? I am hungry over here. And the milk is falling over there. And my mother leaves me and she goes." How even when our kids want something and we tell them, "Wait 2 minutes, let me finish this," they don't wait. Krishna also, of course, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everything that we do is an offering to him. Some acharyas have written that the milk actually began to boil faster and almost spill over. It actually spilled over because the milk began to think that if Krishna drinks the milk of Mother Yashoda and he becomes full, then he will not drink us. So that's why the milk began to boil and spill over faster. Because everything that Krishna, whether he ate, whether he used, whether he did anything, all of those, they were actually, right, Vaishnava acharyas that were part of that pastime. Whether it was milk, whether it was ghee, whether it was anything he was eating, or whether he was playing with, or anything. Right, those all Vaishnava acharyas. So the Vaishnava acharyas in the milk began to feel, right, that if Krishna becomes full with his mother's milk, then he will not drink us. Then what will happen to us? Our whole existence is a waste then. We also should feel that way, that if we have not done anything in this lifetime to make progress towards moving towards Krishna, then our whole existence is a waste. Krishna has given us this golden opportunity to make progress. To whom? To going back to him. Like one day, if our kids, we do not see them, or they go far away, or they go on a trip and we do not see them, we start missing them so much. We keep calling and check, "Are you okay? Is everything okay? Did you eat? Did you do this? Are you comfortable? Is everything okay?" In the morning, our kids go to school, then we wait in the evening, when will they come back? Similarly, Krishna is our father, our mother. Pitamasya jagato mata data pitamaha. He is everything. So when we have come far away from Krishna, Krishna is missing us in the same way how the parent misses the child. And he's calling us back. He's giving us opportunity after opportunity to come back. Right? He sends the spiritual master, bring him back, bring this child of mine back. We have to just surrender and walk on that path. Right? And so Krishna says at that time, now Mother Yashoda has gone to take the milk off of the stove, of the gas over there. Right? It was burning under the wooden stick, so she went to move that. And of course, it's so hot, so it'll take some time till she finds a place to put it down. and put something over the wooden sticks that were burning, the logs. In the meantime, Krishna saw that there was a butter pot over there, and he was hungry, but Mother Yashoda put him down. So he broke that pot and began to eat the butter from it. Mother Yashoda now has moved the milk, right? She shut off the logs and everything, covered it. And as she's walking by, she sees from far away, oh, Krishna is not on the bed. Where did he go? She comes into the room and she sees, and remember, the same on the Diwali day this occurred. She sees Krishna by the broken pot, by the pot of butter that is broken now, and he's eating with his hands and he's laughing, he's smiling and he's eating and he's smiling and eating. And you know how sometimes the Matajis get so upset that how did you break this pot? What are you doing? You've already done so much mischief. The little child now sit down quietly over here or go to your room, right? And that time Mother Yashoda said, Krishna, what have you done? You're troubling all the gopis. Everyone complains about you. And even over here, you have broken the full pot of butter and made such a big mess. And now you're eating that same butter. You couldn't wait for 2 minutes. She looked left, she looked right, she saw a stick over there. She began to take that and she was about to teach Krishna a lesson when Krishna began running in the courtyard. Krishna began to run in the courtyard. And he is running, and Mother Yashoda is running behind Krishna with a stick to hit him a little bit, teach him a lesson. And at that time, all of the demigods were looking from the heavens. They were stunned. Because Krishna, who the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is being chased by his mother with a whipping stick. And it is said, our acharyas have said that Krishna actually at that time, for God, he was God. He was actually seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hand. He actually became very afraid, scared. Right? We sing in the Damodar Ashtakam, his conch shell necklace began to tremble because he got so scared because his heart was beating and his body was trembling. It's not that Krishna was acting scared or acting in front of his mother. He forgot who he is because in so much love of Yashoda, Krishna forgot that he is God. And he actually was scared in that moment. Imagine the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who everyone fears. That is a whole different point. We should love Krishna. We should not fear Krishna. We should fear our own karma. But everyone fears Krishna. And over here, that Krishna, who even fear is afraid of Krishna, fear personified is afraid of Krishna. That Krishna is afraid of his mother and his whipping stick, that if she hits me, it is going to hurt very much and I cannot bear this. She's running. Yashoda biyo luka ladava manam. Right? Yashodame is running behind Krishna. And Krishna is actually scared. Just visualize that. And she is running and she's running and she finally catches Krishna. And she puts that whipping stick down. Right next to her, it's a stone mortar. Right? How you used to grind with the big mortar if you see even in the movies they show in the villages, you take these big grinding stones and you're grinding the spices and everything. That spot is still there in Vrindavan today where Krishna was tied. And that Krishna, who that Supreme Personality of Godhead, Mother Yashoda puts the whipping stick down and she starts tying him with the rope to that to teach him a lesson that he does not break the pots in his house, in Nanda Baba's house, and even of the gopis and everything. Because Krishna, all the gopis used to come and complain to Mother Yashoda that your son in Nanda Lala is coming and breaking the pots in our house. He's stealing the butter, he's stealing the ghee, he's stealing the chas. We cannot hide anything from him. One gopi was telling the other gopi, they have 9 lakh cows, 900,000 cows in Nand Mahal. But still he only wants to come to my house and break my pot and eat my butter. Maybe Yashoda is not giving him the butter in the house. The other gopi said, you know what he did? One day I hid all of the ghee from him and I kept it hidden somewhere. Krishna came. He couldn't find it. And because he couldn't find it, my son who was sleeping, he pinched him so hard and went that he began to cry and then he didn't sleep for another 4 hours. And so when Krishna started running like this and Mother Yashoda was running behind him, all of the gopis also began to see over there what is going on. And it was so small village, so the news spread, look, what is happening? Mother Yashoda is running behind Krishna and she's beating him. All the gopis became excited. Let's go and see this. Finally, today, Krishna will learn a lesson. They all came and everybody is seeing. Mother Yashoda now has a rope. She has put the whipping stick down. She began to tie Krishna. And every time she would put the one more circle and rope around Krishna, she would circle. She would try to tie, but the rope would become 2 fingers short, just this much short, 2 fingers short. She began to then tell the other gopis, you go get some ropes from your house. One gopi went. Again, she tied Krishna. She took the rope, connected it, began to tie Krishna. Again, when the ends had to come, it was 2 fingers short. She told another gopi, go and get it and come. In this way, all of the ropes in the village were there to tie Krishna. But every time the ends would not meet, it was 2 fingers short. Right? It was 2 fingers short always. Imagine that Krishna is being tied over there. And Mother Yashoda is 2 fingers short. Finally, and then she goes, Lala, what will I do with you? Now I am so tired. I was running behind you so much. All this rope I have tied together and I'm trying to tie you, but I cannot. What can I do? And she immediately gave up. She said, now I don't know what to do with you anymore. And the minute that she surrendered over there, she said, okay, I don't know what to do with you anymore, Krishna. She put the ropes down. All of a sudden, when Krishna saw all of her love, her surrender, right, he could not bear to see it. Immediately, the rope became long enough, then Mother Yashoda tied him. So, our acharyas have written that until we don't have love for Krishna and until we don't surrender to Krishna, we also will always be those 2 steps short. We will always be those 2 steps short in meeting Krishna. But the moment we develop that love, right, through the mercy of our spiritual master, and the moment we surrender through the mercy of our spiritual master, right, then we will be able to meet Krishna in this lifetime. And another pastime, another acharya has written that, this Leela occurred between Yashoda Maya and Krishna in the Damodar form. Right? Damo means belly, right? And Dar means tying around rope around the belly, Damodar. So why do we sing Radha Damodar? So one of the acharyas have written that actually when Mother Yashoda was small, when the rope was 2 fingers short, right, all of the rope from the village was brought. And in the meantime, this news spread even to Barsana. So Radharani also came to witness this, that Krishna is being punished today. Everyone came from everywhere, all the gopis, Radharani, everyone came. And when Mother Yashoda was 2 fingers short, Radharani removed a hair clip and gave it to Yashoda Maya. That is also one of the explanations that our acharyas have written. So she gave the hair clip to Mother Yashoda to tie Krishna. And in that way, she was able to tie. So it is said that until Radharani doesn't shower her mercy, right, it is very difficult to reach Krishna. So no doubt that we are always dependent on the mercy of Guru Maharaj and Krishna, but we also really need the mercy of Radharani. That's why when we chant Hare, that is actually addressing the internal potency of Lord Krishna, that is Radharani. When we say Hare Krishna, it is, Hey Radharani, Hey Krishna, please engage me in your service. And then after Krishna was tied over there, Mother Yashoda left him there. This was the afternoon time. She left him there outside. Now this poor Krishna in the heat. And of course, Krishna is smiling. He's in bliss because he knows that this was supposed to happen. But in that moment, Krishna had really forgotten that he is God. And he became so afraid that his fear was actually real. It was not just acting or showing. Right? And Krishna now, all of the gopis, everyone is happy that Krishna is being punished today. And then everybody left him. Mother says, now everyone go. I'm going to leave him out here for the next few days. Not even give him any food or anything. Krishna said, oh yeah, let me see how that you will make that happen. So everybody left from there. Krishna was now standing in the courtyard of Nand Baba. And over there, what he did, he began to then, Krishna, of course, he was a baby, but he had so much power. He's Supreme Personality of Godhead. He began to roll over. And in that way, he got onto the floor. And with that wooden grinding motor or stone, right, he began to crawl. There were two very big old trees in the courtyard of Nand Maharaj. And what did Krishna do in that courtyard? He took his grinding motor that he was tied to. He took it between the trees, right? Because if there's two trees, he took it like in between them. And when he took it between them, he began to pull on it so hard because everybody thought, oh, Krishna is stuck or something. But no, he was actually performing the pastime. He pulled the stone so hard between those two trees. Like, you know how if you have one long piece of log and you have two sticks standing up two trees, if you try and pull that, it will not move. But Krishna, with his energy, with his power, just pulled the wooden grinding motor through both of those trees, and both of those trees fell down and made a loud noise. And immediately when they fell down, Nal Kuvera and Manigriva came out. They were cursed to go and become trees on earth, right? Because when the sadhus, when the saints were passing by, they were they were drunk and enjoying over there. And because they didn't even offer their obeisance, or they couldn't even do anything, the sadhus, saints that were passing by from there. But remember, it's very difficult to get the darshan of sadhu saints. But they were so drunk and performed so many illicit activities that they got a shrap. But then they came to that they got a shrap that you will go to earth and become trees and live there forever. But then they realized their mistake. They begged the sadhu's forgiveness. And the sadhus told them, okay, you will go now, you will become trees, but you will become trees in the courtyard of Nand Maharaj. And then when that Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna manifests on the planet Earth, he will come and he will free you from this. And the vachan of the sadhu never goes to waste. When Krishna came and he was being tied over here in the Damodar Leela, he took this opportunity to uh, go between the trees, basically kill the trees, drop them down. And from there, Manigriva, Nalkuvera came out with their spiritual bodies and they went back to that Golok Dham. Right? They went back. They offered their obeisances to Krishna. They prayed to Krishna. And then they went back to Golok Dham. They thanked Krishna for saving them. And they went back. In the meantime, after hearing the noise, Mother Yashoda, Nand Baba, all of the gopis, everyone came and said, what happened? What happened? What happened? And you know, when anything happens to the child and the mother's heart starts beating so fast, she forgets, why did I punish my child? Why did I tie him or anything? She immediately went, removed all the rope and hugged Krishna and told him, I'm sorry, Krishna. Why did I do this to you? What if something would have happened to you? How would have I lived with myself? And so much she began to speak. And Krishna was like, Mother Yashoda, just give me some food now. I'm very hungry. She immediately took him inside and she gave him food, butter, ghee, everything. So in that way, this pastime of Lord Damodar, right, occurred during this Diwali day. So we'll continue with the Bhagavatam of Lord Brahma stealing the cows and the calves tomorrow. And so we'll stop here for today. Before we end, we'll chant together Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. श्री श्री राधा वृंदावन चंद्र बिहारी लाल की जय हो। ताई गौर हरि बोल। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे। हरे कृष्ण।